If you're at all familiar with the PC gaming scene and you've kept up with the gaming news lately, you've probably at least heard of the Steam Deck, which is Valve's handheld gaming PC. I am a massive fan of the Steam Deck, and I've been a huge fan of this thing and an absolute evangelist for it ever since it came out in February of 2022. And despite being released for under 2 years at this point, Valve has already entertained ideas of making another Steam Deck, although they said they wouldn't make any new Steam Deck revisions or models until they were able to make significant hardware changes to it that would significantly increase performance. So a day after Rockstar Games revealed GTA 6, what did Valve do? They made another one. To be fair, I do feel like the hardware changes that they made in the Steam Deck OLED are significant enough to merit a additional product release. I mean, just an OLED screen alone, rather than just a standard LCD panel, can be enough for a lot of people to want to make the change to that version of the Steam Deck. I mean, hell, it was enough for a lot of people to want to buy the Switch OLED. I think Valve releasing the Steam Deck OLED also puts to bed the notion that the Steam Deck was a flop, as some people were suggesting in the beginning of its release. I mean, a little over a year later, Valve is confirming that over 3 million units of the Steam Deck have sold. So clearly this thing isn't flopping. And as an early adopter of the Steam Deck, I was really impressed with Valve's efforts to create a genuine handheld console experience. In my opinion, this is probably the best handheld gaming device we've ever gotten. That includes things like the DS, Game Boy, PSP, I mean all of them. And I say that as someone who's been dying for Sony to make a PlayStation Vita 2. One of the reasons why I love the Steam Deck so much is the amount of player freedom it offers in how you want to play your games. With something like the Switch, you're basically locked down to, here's the game, here's how it's going to run, go at it. With the Steam Deck, it can get a little more granular, where you can change the refresh rate, you could frame lock the game if you want to, or you could even change the TDP of your power supply and save some battery life, and that can even improve performance in some circumstances. Dialing down the graphical fidelity like you would in any other PC game, because after all, like Valve has said many times, it is just a PC. There's also so many cool plugins you can download for the Steam Deck. I mean, there's a plugin for howlongtobeat.com, which shows you the estimated time for a game to be completed. There's other ones that allow you to change video game artwork on the fly, so if you don't like the cover art for your game, you could change it to something that suits your preference. And before Valve made it possible for you to change your boot up movie, they actually created a plugin where you could download custom ones made by different Steam Deck users. So yeah, the Steam Deck offers a lot in the way of player freedom. I think the Steam Deck also created a lot of value for people who already had PCs like myself, because normally on my PC is where I would play most of my video games in general, unless it's a PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo exclusive, because obviously when it's an exclusive game, I'm tied to the exclusive platform that it's launching on. But whenever I can, I try to buy my games on PC because that's just where I prefer to play them. And now I've doubled down on that even further, because when you buy a game on Steam, it transfers between your Steam Deck and your gaming PCs. So there's an immense value already there. The expandable storage via an SD card is also a big plus. Honestly, my favorite games to play on the Steam Deck so far have been the old Fallouts like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and honestly, I've been a pretty big fan of emulation on the Steam Deck, as this seems like the perfect place to emulate your games. If you told me when I was a kid that I'd be able to play Ultimate Spider-Man on a mobile gaming PC, I would have thought you were crazy. So personally, I'm glad that Valve is investing further in the Steam Deck and making more revisions to it, and it seems like a lot of people seem to be responding well to it because Valve wouldn't have done that otherwise. The OLED screen isn't the only reason to buy the new Steam Deck though. Other than that, they've actually kept prices the same or lowered them even for particular models based on storage, and there's even a 1TB NVMe model now. Like I said, the screen is OLED, and that also sports a slightly larger screen with a 7.4-inch display rather than just 7 inches. The APU appears to be smaller, and there's Wi-Fi 6E available. A big advantage that the Steam Deck OLED has over the original model is that the battery life can be up to 50% longer, which is the main complaint that a lot of Steam Deck users had, was that the battery life just wasn't long enough. So kudos to Valve for that one. When it comes down to it, the Steam Deck is a great piece of gaming tech that I really hope gets a long and prosperous life cycle. And I think it will, considering Valve seems to want to give it the support to achieve that. If you were to ask me what the best gaming PC under $500 were, I would say get a Steam Deck. I mean, it has all the hallmarks of a regular PC. It even has a desktop mode. I mean, it's not ideal to use without a keyboard and mouse, but if you're looking to solve that, then you could always just buy the Steam Deck dock or a comparable third-party dock on a site like Amazon or Newegg. This turns your Steam Deck into a full-on gaming PC where you could even plug in external monitors, and I heard there's even an external drive bay on some of the third-party docks. So if 2 terabytes of storage isn't enough for you, you could always bump that up. There's so much you could do with the Steam Deck, and it has a lot of untapped potential. So if you're thinking about getting into PC gaming, or if you want to give the Steam Deck a try even though you have a PC, I highly recommend it. My only regret is that I bought one of these 3 months after Valve launched the OLED model. Will that stop me from buying the OLED? Not a chance. What do you guys think about the Steam Deck OLED? Are you thinking of getting one? Are you not really into PC gaming? Do you kind of want a Steam Deck but you're hesitating about something? Let's talk about it down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. That's all for this video, guys. If you like the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. We make brand new content every day here at the channel, so there's always something new for you to watch. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.